Charlie took my headband. Shucks. Daughter got out of bed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live to look at some lineups. Let's present, share screen, Chrome tab, Dennis Landowski. And who else is we got? Dennis and Derek. I semi-briefly looked at it, but we'll fully look at it here in a second. Is this right now? Or is this, so that's Wednesday at 9:21. It's not even 9:20 yet, so this is last week's. So one new message. All right. We'll wait for Derek. Yo. So we'll wait for a few people to come on in. I'll have that ready in the background. How we doing, buddy? I don't know if the space bar does anything while I'm on StreamYard. My hair is like so long. And it's just sticking out. Chilling. You're not ready to go? You're not working? Or are you chilling right before you go to work? Let's see. Batman toys and accessories. Click out of that. Dennis, Derek, my guys. What up, Dennis? I won $7 yesterday. $5 off a Tears basketball tournament. And $1.50 or $2 on the baseball. Or was that hockey? I don't remember. Noah Fant has a new injury status. Tyler Lockett has a new injury status. Nico Collins is out tomorrow. At the office, got a ton done today. Just watching the stream and just smoking a J. That's what I'm talking about, Derek. What is on my shirt? It's like toothpaste. Oh, yeah. Charlie's toothpaste. Man. I had to fight Charlie today to brush his teeth. I had to fight him. I did have to wrestle him. What is going on? There's a... Yeah, I just got that one. Yours just pulled up first, Dennis, and then we'll pull up Derek's right after that. All right, I guess we could just start with that. How do I... Back to this. Boom. Yeah, I handle them pretty easily. You know, I usually do it like a fireman. Throw them over my shoulder. Then throw them over. So we'll have to pick up my son in a few minutes. All right, well, perfect. We'll do yours real quick and then do Derek's. So we both, you guys are my main guys. You know, if Michael was here or here on more occasions, then you know we got some other regulars, but you guys are my guys. Okay, so Dennis's highest scoring team put up 186 this past week. Holy shit! He had Aaron Rodgers, Nick Chubb, Tyler Algier, DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Waddle, Mike Evans, Gesicki, Brandon Ayuk. Damn. 186. And with Rodgers at quarterback, not even like, imagine if you would have had Tua tags, because he was like around that time, around that draft capital, because he had Waddle. Yeah, as long as it clicked in my head to say that. He's got Dubs. Jefferson didn't even crack this team. That is insane. Joe Burrow, Gordon, Julio, Jacobs, Sammy Watkins, Miko Hardman, Logan Thomas, Trey McBride, James White, Jalen Tolbert. Obviously, James White's not playing this year, but Jalen Tolbert, you know, could make some noise, you know, later in the season if something happens to CD or Gallup and Noah Brown, because Noah Brown's out right now, or he was this past week. This team is going to do some damage. If I'm sure you're in this league with me because you would just destroy me because I'm being destroyed. My money went down in DK. I didn't think it was possible to lose any more teams, but it did. Let's look at Derek's team. That was a very good team, Dennis. Was that the same one? That is the one I looked at, right? Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I looked at. Okay, my brain broke there. Dennis, I know you sent a couple. So Dennis has Lamar, Trey Lance, Josh Jacobs, Antonio Gibson, Isaiah Pacheco, Khalil Herbert, Jamal Williams, Justin Jefferson, T. Hill, Devontae Smith, MVS, Claypool, Dotson, Duvernay, Gray, Pitts, Kittle, Hill. That is an insane tight end room. And I have you beat by 2 points. And we're like pretty much neck and neck on that leaderboard standings. But I'm sure because you already dealt with your bye, didn't you? Didn't Lamar already have his bye? If he didn't, then we're gonna be in the same boat in a couple weeks. But you're gonna have like no issue at tight end. Let's see here. I'm assuming this is your highest scoring DK. A 189. I think my highest scoring last week was like 170. 2 attacks that mainly because I don't 2 attacks. Kamara, Herbert, Hill, Cooper, Jefferson. You were big on this Jefferson Hill combo. I've noticed. Knox, that's a good pick. Chris Godwin. I don't know why he does that. It's so annoying. Goff. Oh, yeah, that's a good pick. Kenneth Walker, Devin Singletary, KJ Hamler. I'm so glad. Like, I know I'm not winning this year. Like, my teams are just so shitty. Like, I might make some money. I might make a couple to the third round, make a few, like a couple, like literally a couple to the finals and a couple different things. But I know that one of you guys is going to take it down. Because that's looking at some of these teams, it's like you have so many good teams. Smith Schuster, Dotson, Jackson, and Mo Alley Cox. Somehow it just keeps shooting me to the top. I don't know. 1284. My highest scoring is right now is 1231. That's awesome. So cool. Oh man. Wow. So let's see here. Find my highest. It won't be hard to find my highest scoring team because there's only like I think I have like 20 placing right now, if that. Live. Looking for 1230. 1231. It's in second place. My best team is in second place. Somebody named Jonette Fest followed me. I have the ultimate bot following lately. I have catfish after catfish account following me. I don't know what it is. Why I've been getting so many cat followers or whatever they're called. Stop sharing. Let's go to my DraftKings. Got to run. Should be back in about 30. All right, Dennis, see you in a little bit. 221 was my high score last week. Just send it over. God damn it, Derek. I just closed it out. There we go. Share screen. Chrome tab. Derek. Share. Jared Goof, CMC, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Mari Cooper, Kyle Pitts, Garrett Wilson. This bench is probably insane too. Freak sakes, dude. This thing is so weird. Thielen, Kenneth Walker, Alexander Madison, Drake London, Tyler Higbee, Brees Hall, Jameson Williams, Deshaun Watson. And to top it off, Gronk, Locke, Ritter, Mayfield. I don't think you needed to send me that last part. You have 5 quarterbacks? Am I wrong? Why does it keep sending me back? Five quarterbacks and it drops a 221 point game. What an insane team. Insane. That's insane. 221 points. I haven't even cracked. Like, I think my high scoring all year is like 189 or 190. It's been a bad year for my shitty five shitty QBs. Hey, you got Goff. Goff, he's not a winning quarterback. He's a fantasy quarterback. He won me my first 50K, so I can't say I'm not gonna say he's a good quarterback, but I will say he's a fantasy viable quarterback. Deshaun, honestly, you got him, and I think that's a good get because he could easily. I think Watson could easily be slate breaking almost, because if you get a low owned team with, if Deshaun Watson is a low owned player, not saying he's going to be, but he has the potential to be a low owned player into the playoffs, and he's gonna be back in the playoffs. I mean, he could easily, change the whole outlook of like what playoffs are. Let's see here. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing my screen. Nice little Joe Burrow action. This is currently my highest scoring team, which is in second place. Sadly, it is 40 points behind. Waz. This must have been the only one other BBN member, Michael K. Kai. Michael. I'm going to say Kai. He's in this one. Let's see here. Who did it for me? So Lamar Jackson was not on my team. I was like, Lamar. Zach Wilson. When you see Zach Wilson on your top quarterback scored for your top scoring team, you're having a rough season. Tyler Algier, Saquon Barkley, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Hawkinson, Pierce. That's not bad. It's not a bad team. We'll take it. N'Keal Harry scored a touchdown. Now he's going to be phased out because that's literally who Claypool is. I mean, he's like N'Keal Harry, but like a smidge better. You know what I mean? So he'll be replaced. High scoring team with not a good week. Pierce, Dylan, Davis, Brevin, CJ, Wandale, Jamar, Marquise, Spiller, Mond. You had 5 shitty quarterbacks, but I have a quarterback that'll top your shittiness with Kellen Mond. I thought, new coach, new GM, they're going to give Kellen Mond a chance. They're going to see how much better and how much more athletic he is. Wow, I was wrong. That dude is ass. Got a UD team with Jeff, Goff, Mac Jones, and Minshew. with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. He's in first. I told you, dude, Goff early on was automatic. And honestly, if he plays in a dome, if he's playing in a dome, like he's legit. He's viable. And now they lost Hawkinson. I don't know if that Brock Wright was a good receiving tight end, right? I don't remember Brock Wright being a good blocking tight end. I could be wrong. But you have Brock Wright, a Dan Arnold type, Well, Dan Arnold's a better receiving. I'm trying to think of comp for Brock Wright. A Ross Dwelly, He's a serviceable backup tight end. He'll get the job done. But not slate breaking. I think it's good for any ASB shares that we have. I don't think it's good for Swift though, and that's what I mean by get blocking tight end. Damn it! Oh, we looked at my underdog teams yesterday, my best ones at least. I'm literally now making $0 on drafters. I'm so glad that I stopped playing on drafters. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'll stop at 50-ish, And so thankfully I stopped giving my money away. I don't think Swift is good for Swift. Yeah, dude, the bones on that man or the joints and muscles for that poor guy. It's tough because he can be a good running back. It's the same with Najee. Now, I've fully recognized that I am wrong. Najee was not a good running back this year. Especially, I don't know when he started becoming a dancer. I really don't. I don't understand when he became a dancer. He needs to be. Swift did a little bit better with the second move, but the running backs coach only wanted him to hit the hole as hard as he can, which is good premise, but it just yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, if we could just get Swift playing time, if he could just stay healthy, you're right, Michael. If you just get him healthy and playing, it'd be so nice. Just stay healthy. That's all we really want from DeAndre Swift. Because when he's healthy, he puts up points. Josh Palmer, though, this week. I mean, he could fail. Don't get me wrong. He could fail. He could go without a catch. But I think this is the week where he has 10 to 15 targets. We're putting that out there. So I think there's some upside with some of my lineups somewhere. Don't know where. I have some teams that are like barely at a 600 right now. It has been a shit show. Let's see if I can find a couple of these 12th place teams. It has been so bad. No, 800, 800. Do I see 700? Come on. No 700s. 847. 877. 897. So, oh boy. Oh, that's a week too. I was like, man, I found one. 845. This has got to be my lowest team. It's a Justin Herbert team. Oh man. 600. This is your first year. Your fantasy. It feels that way. Honestly, it feels that way. I mean, it is bad out here. What up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? Let's pull up this atrocious team. I didn't even look at it yet, so let's look at it together. Other than Herbert, I saw. So Herbert, let's go to week 8. So we can see what's happening. That is not my team. So this is my low scoring team. It has 845 points, and we're in week 9 or week 10. We're in week 8. So we are literally cracking 100 points. This is this is bad. It has Justin Herbert. So clearly, my other quarterback, Trey Lance, didn't play. Rashad Bateman injured. Isaiah Spiller bust / never gonna play. OBJ not on the team yet. Nico Collins hurt and not been great. Kyle Phillips, great 1 week, and that was it. Tony Michelle doesn't really play. Elijah Moore, bust. Hurt now, but still kind of a bust when he didn't play. When he did play. Brevin Jordan got replaced by OJ Howard. Who would have saw that coming? Hurt now for the next 10 weeks. Hasn't produced like almost anything all year. And the rest of the team is decent. Decent. I wouldn't say good, but decent. Holy titties. Can I look at the weekly? I'm curious on what week I just had a terrible 80 points. $110, okay. 124, that's respectable. Oh, this team was bad. 98, holy cannoli. 163. Like, this team dropped at 163. Damian Harris, Devontae, Mike. Okay. I like how like it just drops a random 163. And that shows you that fantasy football is very inconsistent. Just got your photo. Pulling it up in here in a second. Stop sharing. Oh, I'm sure I have a 600-point team on an underdog. Let me pull it up first before I. Anthony, I'm having an atrocious best ball season, so don't feel bad. Like, I don't think literally anybody. I honestly don't believe that there's a single person doing worse than I'm doing, but it's okay. It was part of the thesis and theory of how I was playing, so that's what we're going with. I literally don't think anybody's having as bad of a season as me. So just know that, you know what? It could get worse. It could get worse. You could be Felix. Oh boy, Trey Lance, Desmond Ritter, two pretty much zeros. Mac Jones was a 0 for a few weeks there. JT, oh boy. I mean, these are all good plays. You know, given the scenario, like Trey Lance should have broken out this year. If Trey Lance stays healthy, if Trey Lance, Elijah Moore plays a little bit, Dalvin Cook does what he usually does, gets hurt. We're looking good. Javonte stays healthy, like the amount of money I could be making. But it didn't happen that way. T. Higgins was out for a little bit. Keenan Allen's been out for a little bit. Cooks has been solid, I guess. Drake, that offense has been terrible. It shouldn't say terrible. It has been terrible for pass catchers. Devontae Parker, inconsistent. Kendrick Bourne, inconsistent. And Waller and Knox. Yeah. What are you going to do? And another Trey Lance team. Like I think everybody's low teams are going to be Trey Lance teams. So only one second. I'm going to pull up. Not Big Dog. Baseball Mania. So Trey Lance, Tannehill. Oh boy. Melvin Gordon, Michael Carter. Michael Carter's not bad. Melvin Gordon should be better, but he's not. This team has a little bit upside with Zamir. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to win with this lineup, but it had a lot of potential. Like if Javonte got hurt and he actually got the number one job because the head coach would actually have been a capable head coach. Julius Chestnut, that's funny. But Marquise Brown would have stayed healthy. Like this team actually was decent. It just got fucked right here, right there. The same one. Okay. I don't know why it does that. Let's see here. I'm trying to find my lowest scoring on Underdog. So I can find the name. Uh, 710. 680. My first draft. Oh boy. That first draft was a 680. All right. Let's see here. Let me pull it up on here. Underdog. Sign in. Securely logging you in. Thanks, dude. So we'll stop sharing this. Stop screen. Present screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Live. NFL best ball. Load more. Load more. Load more. Load more. Load more. This is apparently my worst team that I have going right now. And it is drafted with Paul. It was my first draft. So I know my last pick was Christian Watson. So Justin Herbert, Davis Mills team, my first draft. Like the first, 5 seconds that they opened it, I joined the lobby. Immediately got with Javonte. Keontae hasn't done anything. Kadarius Toney. I'm curious what this board looks like. Is that a possibility? Yeah, here it is. Oh no, it doesn't pull it. I'll read you the team design. Can I share this? Let's see here. Can I share? Stop. Let's see if I can share the draft board. Yeah, share the draft board. So I had the fourth pick. Took Najee number 4, obviously, for reasons. Took Javonte, Kyle Pitts. I mean, this team just right out the bat just sounds amazing. Oh, and then you got Justin Herbert with Mike Williams. Mike Williams in the 5th round. Come on. TJ Hawkinson, a little early, based on where he ended. Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney in the 7th. I drafted Jameson Williams in the 8th. Damian Harris at 9 wasn't bad. OBJ in the 10th round. I mean, this is just terrible. Alexander Madison, not a bad pick there. That's pretty where he ended. Palmer, a little bit of a deal because he was going around the 120 range. So it wasn't bad there. Parker, that was tough because, who would have thunk? Nico in that 165 range. DPJ way too early. Christian Watson I thought was kind of a steal at that point. Davis Mills. Oh, it's actually not a bad team. How is my lowest scoring? is because of this. And because this didn't do anything all beginning. And these two picks. These two picks are terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Wow. Wow. Funny, my first draft is in second place with 1,003 points. That's insane. Yeah. That is insane. Insane to the membrane. Man, oh man. That's funny. So my worst team is like at the same time one of your better teams. Well, I mean, say you're probably your better teams. I'm sure you have higher ones than that, but dude, it's looking bleak out here for me. Let's just put it that way. I'm sure we could have counted it. 1, 2, 3, 4 first place, four first place teams. 1, 2, 3, 4 second place teams. That's 8, y'all. 8 teams. I am at 5% advance rate. It's the median, the line. We had a spike up here first. First year, I think I had like 1 or 2. So I was probably at like 10%. Right. I'm at the median. The next year's year I won it. I'm like up here on the median. You know what I mean? And then this year I'm like I'm down here. But like my whole strategy is like either you're first or you're last. And this year I'm just last. It is what it is. How are the Superflex teams going? I don't know if you knew my strategy in Superflex, but it was draft running backs early. So not great. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest with you. But let's see here. Superflex. That's not bad. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's about 10%. A little less than average, probably. Let's see. Do I have any first place ones? Let's look at one of them. Just realized I wasn't sharing. Percent to share screen. Tab. Nope. I won in first place. Don't know how, probably. But I'm up by almost 100. So we'll take that. It's a Burrow, Tannehill, Wentz, Kareem Hunt, Madison, Stevenson, Cook, Sermon, Pierce, Goodson. Oh, this is before the draft. I was like, why did I draft Goodson? Chase, Brown, Waddle. So this is just being carried by my receivers. Look at this receiving core. Like this team is literally being held up by the receivers. Unfortunately, Ja'Marr Chase is now out, but it has Brown who popped off this week, Waddle who popped off this week, and honestly, if I get Marquise Brown and Ja'Marr Chase back, and if he gets implemented to the offense, like this wide receiver crew is insane. But the running backs are butt cheeks. Tight ends are pretty bad too. The quarterback's got 1 in it. Now I'm just curious. Now I feel like I have to look. Josh Allen. Okay, so I got Josh Allen team. So the teams that I didn't do the running back are advancing, it looks like. Yeah. It looks like the teams that I actually drafted a quarterback are the ones that are in first place. Who would have thunk it? I was trying to do something crazy when I was doing these ones, but I'm trying to see like one where I went heavy RB. JT. Can you look at my exposures for this. Not 25. It's not 25 teams, or maybe it is. Tournaments only. It isn't 25 teams. $150 teams. You got to remember, I was also drafting Najee Harris when this first came out at 101, even though clearly that was not the smart thing to do. But I wanted to get my $1,000 entry fees with him. Thought I had better running backs. I guess not. I guess I didn't do what I thought I did. Did I do that in the other ones? Is that what I'm thinking that? Superflex. I guess I did do that. I don't know. Pre-draft base. 150 drafts, 60 drafts, 2 drafts. I am bewildered. I cannot put my brain on what I'm supposed to be looking at here. I don't know. Either way, it has not gone well. No, let's just look at these ones. Refresh. The 25 teams have, okay, so this is what I was talking about. My Superflex teams have Eckler, JT, Javonte, Najee, DeAndre, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, CMC, Fournette, Mixon, and Etienne. So 25 of these teams, which I don't think I'm cashing any of these. And they have the worst quarterbacks. Oh, what up, Max? I have 3 lineups over 1,300 on DK. That's what I'm talking about. Really feeling the MT, Wentz, Jameis, Patterson. Empty. I'm not gonna lie to you. My brain's fried. Issues. Cashing 68 of 242. There we go. I probably can count on one hand how many teams I'm cashing right now. Is that supposed to be Michael Thomas? Is that who's MT? How does that make that worse sometimes? I don't quite know. $68 of 242. That's good, man. It's good. It's a good amount. I had 80 going into the playoffs. You know, I think technically I have more this year, but that was also I also have 10 times the capital in it this year. And to be honest with you, if I just take one down, if I take one tournament down, the whole thing's paid off. You know what I'm saying? So, just in one lineup. At this point, I know I'm not winning the Millie Maker. My teams that are doing well, I don't think they're. To be fair, I said that about the team that won it all, but I don't think these ones are it. I don't think this is my year. So I'm happy to, I'm hoping that it's either you, Max, Derek, Dennis, Michael. Or Anthony. I hope it's one of you guys, man, because this year it has not looked good for me in my bags. And we're gonna try better next year. We're gonna. You guys weren't here, for the very beginning of my streams, but we grinded a lot of tape, and I feel like honestly, my best attribute was that I nailed a lot of the rookies, and I mean that would say my best attribute for this year. Next year, we're still going to go with hard stance. I think that's 100% a needed thing. I think having a high advance rate, I don't care what other people say, having a high advance rate is key. All right, my guy Max. Awesome. Yeah, we'll take it. I don't need it, but people in chat, yeah. Um, I think next year we still do the hard stance thing. But I think next year I won't edit the draft order. What I will do, I should say edit. I won't mess. I won't put. See, but then I have to do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do because if you edit it, it won't update when the next set of ADP comes out. Shoot, I don't know how I'm gonna get around it because I definitely didn't have time this year to edit it every week / every day like I was doing the previous year. I just didn't have the time. I had a lot. I I'm on month 11 of mandatory overtime in my job. It's wearing me down. It is wearing me down. I don't know if we make it to next year is year 5, so I get lifetime health insurance. I get paid for the rest of my life, and something else. It's kind of minuscule kind of things, but like if I make it to year 5, which I'm at year 4 of this job, um, like I'm covered kind of thing. And even though it wouldn't be very much that they give me per month, it'd be something. And at this point, I'm done. I'm so done with this job. I'm exhausted working, man. I don't know how to understand how we do it. But yeah, so the strategy next year I think is we are going to stick with hard stands. Maybe, we don't have to, it doesn't have to be a first rounder, right? It doesn't like the stands, it just got to be players themselves. Like, hey, we feel really good about this player. I think we make, well, you guys do your own thing. You don't have to copy me, obviously, but we watch a lot of film. We get back into the grind and whatnot. We find 10 players we think that are going to pop off this next year due to situation scenarios that we think play out. Once we find the schedule, find the best teams with the easiest schedules. Obviously, can't predict everything to a T, but you kind of gauge. Like, I knew the Broncos were not going to be that good. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person in the entire world that thought that, but I tried to shout it from the rooftops. I knew that the Raiders are going to be butt cheeks. I mean, Josh McDaniels is not a good coach. Yeah. We knew that Keenan Allen wasn't going to be good this year. Like, we knew that eventually his hamstrings are just going to snap off. He'll be good when he's out there playing and feeling healthy, but his hamstrings, he's just old. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's already had knee surgeries before he was in the NFL. We're going to find our 10 players, and we're just going to smash those 10 players, but we're going to vary. So it's going to be very similar to what we did this year, but we're going to also change it up. I think maybe every month we change up like a player or two. We're not going to be stuck on certain players. I was pretty stuck on Najee, which we'll I still don't think I'm wrong. I think he got stepped on that first preseason, like preseason, like they were in their huddle, like their own practices. I think he got stepped on and he got really hurt and was hurt all preseason. Try to wear it off. Derek, you kill me, man. Hey, man, if it makes you happy, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. That's for sure. Um, what was I saying? I still think that Najee was a good pick, and people can shit on all you want, but good to see you, Vaughn. Good to see you, Vaughn. I think Derek or Najee was a good pick. Just we're out here, living the best ball streets. Honestly, I've been killing it on Rainmakers with getting tickets and whatnot. I think I had like ticket. I think I got like $4,000 worth of tickets so far. I think if not more. I've had at least, let's see here. I've averaged like 40 tickets a week on for the $20. I've averaged about $1,000. No, not 1,000. About $800. Oh, Derek. There will be a tab in the Discord when it is officially released to you guys that will have story time. Now, we all know that it's story time with Derek, but it'll just be story time so anybody can feel free to put a story in there. But I can't wait to read some stories from Derek. Has anyone set the highest scoring lineups for Twitter for review yet? I just sent my highest 3. We've had a few, but for DK though, I don't think. Was that what you asked? Yeah, we looked at all of ours. Derek sent me his. I believe it was Dennis's highest. I don't think anybody else sent me theirs. Yeah. Give me a second. Pull it up. Nobody on DK. We looked at some of the highest scoring on DK, but I don't think. We'll start from the top. Make it drop. Something. Stop sharing. Presents. Derek told me 1283. Hold on. Give me a second. I put this on the screen. I'll scroll up on the chat because he put it in there earlier. I just had my highest score. Dennis has 1301, and I think Dennis got 1301 or 1300. Yeah, 1301. Mine was 1280. 12. No, mine was 1231. Mine's pathetic. We're not going to even. Why? I don't know how to do StreamYard, so I will read it off to you because I don't know how to zoom in. It has Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Williams, Kenyon Drake, Antonio Brown, AJ Brown, Michael Gallup, Isaiah McKenzie, Evan Ingram, Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs on his bench, Robert Woods, Darrell Williams, Tyquan Thornton, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce. Maybe you got 2 studs sitting on your bench today. 3 studs, really. Mike Williams on bye, Michael Thomas, CEH, Palmer, Hardman, Wentz. That is a high scoring team. Jeez. Okay, so that was the first one. That was a 315 he had for that one. For this one, he has Mac Jones, Nick Chubb, Antonio Gibson, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, TJ Hawkinson, Adam Thielen, Curtis Samuel, Devin Singletary, Cole Kmet, Raheem Mostert, Hunter Henry, Brandon Edwards. Is it Brandon Edwards? B. Edwards from the Falcons, Marquise Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Jameis Winston, Sterling Shepard, Carson Wentz, and AJ Green. And that's how much? 439. That is not correct. Okay. Sorry. That was a 1302. So 1315 to 1302 to 1339, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner here. It has Tom Brady, Jamal Williams, Eno Benjamin, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Garrett Wilson, Pat Fryermuth, Chris Godwin, Josh Allen on your bench. It's so crazy. Raheem Mostert, Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, Gus Edwards, Hunter Henry, Christian Watson, Michael Thomas, Jameson Williams, Juju Smith-Schuster, Sterling Shepard, and Gerald Everett. That's a good-looking team. I mean, at this point, you're practically, you're done. I think once you get the 1,500 points, like whoever gets the 1,500 points first, you're not, not locked in or anything, but like you're pretty much cruising after that, and you're pretty much going to get there next week. So I think every team that I hit 1,500 first to, I won that league last year. Those are some good teams. Some good teams. That's another thing. I'm at the adjust how I draft. So Trey Lance effed me pretty hard, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I had drafted him with a lot of 3 QB teams, but knowing that like he effed me with Javonte and then Najee sucking butt cheeks. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if who's another JT. I wouldn't be surprised if JT outscored him this year, and Najee's played every game. You know what I mean? Like I really don't even know what their point totals are this year, but it has not been good. Nope. So I'm mainly focusing now, personally, because I know I'm not winning anything in best ball. Which last year I'm like, okay, if I have this point total, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, man, it has been tough to follow this year because it's like it is doing so poorly. What up, Dennis? Probably getting off here in a few. Just heads up. Man, if Najee pops off week 17, I'm gonna freak out because like I had it. I had the guy. You know what I mean? that is the only thing I do not want to see. If he just has like more dud games and he pops off week 17, I'm gonna freak out. I got incredibly lucky with the little amount of Lance. I dodged a bullet. He would have been good this season. Yeah. So good. Think about it, if they have that if you had Trey Lance back there with CMC and all their weapons, this year, the amount of stuff that you could run off of that, like it's insane. Anyone beat my team? Yeah, Max came in here with a 339 on DraftKings. And I think I have the top dog on Underdog in the Best Ball Nation. I don't know if anybody else has a higher team than me on here. At was it 1330 or 1130 or something like that? 1230? I don't remember. Kyle Shanahan screwed Trey Lance. He used him as a battering ram instead of a QB. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's like, we all know that he's not Jimmy G. Like, he's not going to stand back there and, like, dial up passes left and right. But use him as, get him some easy passes, like, early in the season, right? Not just use him as a battering ram. Get some dump offs, like, I think Kyle Shanahan's a terrible coach. He'll never win a Super Bowl. If he does, he's gonna win one and retire because I don't think he'll ever win one. I think his closest one was the Chiefs versus 49ers, and that'll be it. And that will be it. What in the world? I've never had. How do I? Holy cow. I've never had sex spots before. That was weird. I blocked that as fast as I could. I don't know. that was. I guess all the Trey Lance talk has got the computer all hot and heavy. With that note, sorry that I got you back late, Dennis. I'm going to head to bed because I have to wake up at 5 in the morning again. But tomorrow's Thursday, so we got football on tomorrow. We got a great game with no Nico Collins, so get him out of your Rainmakers. I had to do it today. Unless you put him in the $3 tournament, then you can put him back in there. What else we got going on? My one best ball team has 1,222 points, and as much looking about D-Hop is back, etc. Yeah, dude, D-Hop is. I was wrong on D-Hop. I thought he was using the drugs. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't been drugged. He needs to get drug tested because man is looking insane again. Because he wasn't looking good last year, even before he got kicked out or whatever happened. I forget what happened. He got hurt. I don't remember. He wasn't looking good last year. I should say looking good. He wasn't looking as. You're doing things right when the sex box start rolling in. Yeah, man. Hey, look. I'm just saying, Best Ball Nation, we've only lost one subscriber in the last month. We're setting right real pretty, guys. Yeah, we're gonna hit 300 by draft season next year, and then hopefully we hit 1,000 or so, and we can monetize this shit, and we can start doing fun stuff, and I can start giving away stuff. So that'll be nice. He is my best team too, Hopkins. I have 0. D-Hop. I was wrong. I just thought he was butt cheeks after last year. But no. I don't have very many D-Hop. I have like 1 or 2 teams with D-Hop. It's not impressive in any way that I have him. He is fresh. Yeah, he is fresh, I guess. That does make sense. Like, he's not worn down. What do you guys? We'll get. You know what? I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. Friday, I'm cleaning the garage. So if I'm not on tomorrow, I'll be on Saturday night for a little bit. We can talk more player talk because I like talking about players. I like the NFL, weirdly enough. There's some players I want to talk about. We'll look over this Max team real quick, and then we're going to get out of here. What did I just do? All right. Said he sent one over. Oh, Michael sent it over. Sorry, did I say my? Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, okay. So you sent one over too. All right, look at Michael's real quick because I didn't know he had sent one over. That was still funny. I mean, that's why he got taken down. Is this from today? Okay. Found a team with a good shot. So Michael, Kaya, Justin Fields. Oh, that feels good. Yeah. If he's popping off he's got a good playoff. So he's sitting good. Oh yeah. Now he's with Chase Edmonds with Denver. Who knows with Denver? Honestly, he could have a pop off like a couple of weeks. Aaron Jones has been looking pretty decent. When the team is running well, Aaron Jones is running well. Kamara, I hate to admit I was wrong about Kamara, but I'm not perfect. Gibson's been looking a lot better lately. Darren Williams is, he's there. I don't think he's playing again this week. Hassan Haskins, I love, and will never get work because people hate him for some reason. Terry McLaurin doing a lot better with this quarterback than Carson Wentz. ASB looking really good. Thielen, I hate old people, but Thielen's been pretty good. Olave, Dodson, Wilson, great rookie receivers. Green, he's going to have his AARP card after he's done this year. Curtis Samuel, That's a good pick too. You got a nice like Washington stack. You can any Washington player that pops off, you got it. I can't see who's underneath Kelsey because I don't know. I don't know why I can't see it. What if I shorten it from my screen myself? Why can't I see that? Whatever. I can't see who your other tight end is, but I'm sure you don't even need it because you have Kelsey. Yeah, that team's looking good. You have 3 to 4 solid running backs. You have one for sure stud running quarterback. You have at least three or four receivers that you can count on every week. McLaurin, ASB, Lave, and Wilson. And then Kelsey, he's a one-man show. All right. Last but not least, we have a team with D-Hop. Kyler Murray, 204. Jesus Christ. Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, D-Hop, Rondell Moore, Devin Duvernay, Robert Tonyan, Jamal Williams, Gallup, Andrews, Watson, Edmonds, Edwards, Michael Thomas, Smith-Schuster, Russell Gage, Nico, Winston, Rudolph, Tate. Man, I'm so glad that you guys are doing well. I will say that. What a stack. You have such a nice stack with that. Some of you guys' team, I just don't understand how some of you guys are, you know, it's going to be crazy. You guys are going to lose some of those teams, right? That look amazing. And it's just because you're going to run into somebody that has a huge buzzsaw. And I hope there's no one. Went solo tight end. Nice. Playoff best ball has already started. I have Andrews, Tonyan at tight end. Okay. It starts playing better. My team will be super dangerous. Nice. Yeah, if I could get Najee to do anything this year, like the amount of money that you know what's funny? It's like if Najee has a good like 3 or 4 week span, just a 3 or 4 week span, like where he's like top 3 running back, right? I understand it's not going to happen, but it's like if he does, my money is going to go. It's currently down here, right? We can't even see it. It's going to go like this. Yeah, it is what it is. That's what happens. Hey, when you play roulette and you put all money on 3 and it goes to 4, you just get fucked. It is what it is. All right, gentlemen and ladies, if you're here, week 1 of the playoffs, Russell will drop 40 and Swift with 30, and I'll lose 9. Yeah, it'll be something stupid like that. And it will happen because it happened to me. So, well, I shouldn't say just because it happened to me, it'll happen to you. But like, I lost like all of my teams week 15. I had 13 left. No, I had 14 left. But yeah, all right, I gotta go sleep. I'm tired. It has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun. See you guys. Love you. Bye.